next topic, you want to talk about Dak, and I want to talk about the Cowboys.
Wait, because I have a debate for you, Brent. I have a debate for you.
Let's do it.
And you know, maybe it's not. Maybe you agree. But I've seen this on so many platforms, on so many networks, and we appreciate all of you watching right now. Comment in the chat, you know, who you think is going to win here. Do you think Dallas will get past the first round? Do you like the Eagles? Who do you like? Put in the chat. Don't be scared, because we're going to expand this network, and we can see what you're saying right now, so you should do it. But listen to this, Brent. I watch other networks, and I'm talking from FS1, ABC, NBC, ESPN, and the conversation is this. Who in the NFC? So obviously Jalen Hurts is kind of falling off, but who is the most reliable quarterback to have on your team? Brock Purdy or Dak Prescott? And I want to talk about this because every time I see it, even LaShawn McCoy was going on, saying Dak Prescott just isn't that good. He's not reliable. And then, you know, you have other guys on there saying yes. And then Joy Taylor kind of said right in the middle, and she said, you know, they're a lot closer than you think. And this is what LaShawn McCoy said. He said, every time the 49ers play the Cowboys, and I hope he sees this, Speak sees this, because I have a problem with this. Every time the Cowboys play the 49ers, he's saying the 49ers are going to blow them out. The 49ers are going to win, so Dak's not that good. But the thing is, Dak is not playing against Brock Purdy. The truth is, Dak is playing against the 49ers defense. So if the Cowboys lose to the 49ers, it doesn't mean that Brock Purdy's better than him. It just means that the 49ers defense played well against Dak Prescott. But what he's saying is every time you watch, they say, oh, no, you know, every time the Cowboys play against 49ers, he thinks Brock Purdy, they're going to win the game, so Brock Purdy's better than Dak Prescott. I think that is not the clear indication of how it works. I think how it works is if you have a neutral team, who do you want at the quarterback position? Because if you watch the Cowboys, Dak Prescott has played pretty damn good. And the conversation was, is Dak Prescott the MVP of his team? And it was, well, no, CeeDee Lamb's the best. But Dak Prescott is throwing CeeDee Lamb the ball. So I think the combination of those two players and the Dallas Cowboys, and I know you said Mike McCarthy, you don't believe in Mike McCarthy, but what I want you to tell me in this debate right now that we're going to have, or a conversation, is who do you think is better as being more reliable, who you would select? Dak Prescott or Brock Purdy?
I would go with Brock Purdy for a couple of reasons. One, he's a lot younger, and you're scratching the surface on his potential, right? Two, you seem to forget that Dak has serious injury issues and seems to miss every season. And this is really the first season in about the last 4 or 5 that he's been healthy. He's also pretty inconsistent. He's played better this year. This is probably the best year where, what did I tell you a couple weeks ago? I'm like, this is the annual time of year where, you know, Dak falls apart and, you know, but it didn't happen this time around, which is good. That Cowboys fall apart.
Didn't happen yet.
It hasn't happened yet.
We're not in the playoffs yet.
And that's what I wanted to tell you about dude, one thing Isaiah's a Washington guy, and that's why we're talking to him. But he lives in Dallas. He played for the Cowboys, and he has his own show and talks Cowboys football a lot. We got to have him on to talk Cowboys, because here's what I think. Here's my take on the Cowboys. The Buccaneers are going to beat the Eagles, right? I really believe the Rams are going to go into Detroit and beat Detroit. I just think that's going to happen. So what's that going to mean? The Rams are going to go play in San Francisco, and Dallas is going to get to host Tampa Bay. So clearly Dallas is going to beat Tampa Bay. And go into San Francisco.
Yeah,
now,
I think so. I think so. But Dak Prescott does not win playoff games. So here's the thing.
No, hold on real quick. I'm not done with my thought. My thought is that the Rams are going to go into San Francisco. And I'm going to tell you, that's going to be a coin flip game. So you theoretically have an opportunity where the Cowboys could make the NFC Championship game and play the game in Dallas. Now, they've been a crappy road team, but they have been awesome at home. Are you telling me there's not a real chance this year that they can't make the Super Bowl? If Dak keeps it together, dude, they are on a path where they have a real opportunity to make it this year. That's my thought on Dak and the Cowboys.
Well, here's what I'll say to end the Cowboys before we go on the Jags and Titans. You're right. You're right. Remember, Cowboys have not won a road playoff game in 30 years. A road playoff game. So, if they can host at home and play these teams at home, the chances are, I'm not saying they can't change what has happened but this is the season Dak Prescott has to start winning and has to get through the playoff. If he loses the first playoff game, the fans are going to go nuts and there's going to be problems because they got to at least win a playoff game or two. If they don't win a playoff game,
they got lucky though. They got lucky. They got the Packers, which we'll talk about in a minute. That's not a strong first round match.
They have the clear cut to the Super Bowl. Cowboys have the easiest route right now for me, if you ask me, to clear cut to the Super Bowl. Hey guys, thanks for watching and tuning into the Brandon Mason Show. Please remember to like and subscribe. Until next time.